All right, so today we're reacting to Antonio Talks video, Lean Guts and the Importance of Health Prioritization. Go ahead and drop a like and a follow. Let's get it.
So recently, a huge producer by the name of Tay Keith unfortunately passed away at the young age of 29. Now,
Rest in
with the
peace,
death of
Tay
this
Keith.
brother, there was no foul play. So he wasn't murdered or anything. But what is suspected is this is from a possible overdose or something dealing with his health. On the 911 call, his girlfriend stated that he did have high blood pressure and also had some breathing problems in the past.
Do you have any like known health issues or anything like that?
Yeah, sometimes he has like breathing complications and like high blood pressure.
So in today's video, man, I want to speak on, drug addictions, also how we take care of our health, specifically in the black community, and also lean guts. Now, first and foremost, man, I want to say rest in peace to Tay Keith. His catalog at the age that he was is amazing, right? This man has produced so many hits, and it's just sad to look at like, damn, he done lost everything now. I'm pretty sure he had all the money he needed. He could live the lavish lifestyle. He could have all the cars, all the clothes. This is just a cautionary tale that, money don't mean anything. Success doesn't mean anything if you're not taking care of yourself the way you're supposed.
That's facts, bro. My mama always told me that shit. She said, man, don't nothing mean nothing if you ain't got your health. So, yeah.
Opposed to your health. Besides the brother Tay Keith, though, this is a pattern that we do.
Like, oh, my mic was low. Let me turn it up. Check. All right, we cool.
Do see with a lot of black rappers. Back in 2024, we had the rapper Rich Homie Quan. He passed away from a drug overdose. Before him, another rapper, Big Scar, passed away from a drug overdose. Juice WRLD, right, back in 2019, 2018, he died of an overdose that could have been prevented. I think he took too many at one time or something like that, right? But he was using drugs anyway. And not even talking about rappers, man. We all know someone in our real world that probably passed away because they took some pills laced with fentanyl, or their heart just stopped beating out of nowhere because of the drugs they were doing and the lifestyle that they were living, not taking care of themselves. This is something that we see all the time. I want to start this video off by talking about lean, though, and lean guts, because I remember back in my early teens, right, 2016, 2017, lean was popular. They had all of the,
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I was about to say them Simpson edits and like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. That lean was that shit, bro. Like, nigga, if you had a pint of some drink, bro, you fucking all the hoes, bro. And like, when it first started out, it wasn't really that expensive either. Like some activists like this, you could get a line of some act for like $30, maybe 50, if like a plug is waxing or some shit. I was getting like red and shit for like $20 a line. Like, that shit was blessed. I didn't like rappers. The more available something is and the more it's talked about, the more restricted the access to it gets. So I guess plugs have started like taxing, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I hit a nigga up the other day. I said, oh, you got some, I forgot what he had. He talking about some 280 a line. Boy, I almost skied up and robbed that nigga. Boy, I ain't even gonna hold you, but hey.
pictures of cartoon characters drinking lean. I would hear rappers talk about it. It looked cool, man. It was like this purple substance, had Jolly Ranchers in it. And thankfully, I never went down that path of trying it, but it looked cool to me. It was enticing. If I was around it, I maybe would have tried it. Anyway, this stuff is dangerous, man. It is a very expensive habit. And also, it's basically like liquid fucking heroin. So this is all around a bad drug. And if I do have some people that want to get into sipping lean, hopefully this video can deter you away. So right here we have a video of a rapper. I actually used to listen to his brother, right? His brother was pretty big back in the day. His name was GB Capo. He ended up passing away in a shooting. I still listen to his music to this day, man, right? But he has a little brother named Doo-Wop. Every time I see Doo-Wop, man, y'all can see by the picture right here, bro, he's just swollen.
That's a crazy lean belly, bro. That shit like he hiding a basketball in that bitch. Yo. And it's crazy too, cause like I know a lot of niggas that bellies dead ass look like that shit, bro. I be thinking that shit's like a gimmick. I be thinking their bellies is fake whole time, boy. That shit is not fake.
And this is what they call a lean gut. Niggas walking around like they pregnant. And this is every time we see him. This is a video of a lady talking about him, but just pointing this out, bro. This looks insane. And he is Chief Keef's right-hand man, right? He has money, he got the chain, but it's like, brother, come on. Another rapper, Babyface Ray. He used to be very skinny. This was like a before of him, and just this.
God, I didn't know he was that skinny. Jesus. I mean, you gotta be skinny once upon a time in order to get fat, I feel like. Unless you're just fat all your life, but let's keep it a being like most rap niggas come into the scene really skinny, and then they just get hella money. And you feel me? The shit they do, they just buy more of it. Instead of sipping a 1 or 2 a day, now they sipping a 5 or 6 a day.
See him now is crazy, but I ain't even playing the audio, but I'm just because he has a lean gut at what you would say as well. But what you notice, man, like these niggas get money and they start eating good. They start eating too good. So they start developing these lean guts, not taking care of their body. And then down the line, if they end up passing away, you know, unexpected, everyone's sad, but it's like, brother, this was it was inevitable. So just again, if you a sipper or you be trying to indulge in those type of activities or it seems enticing to you gonna end up looking like a fucking pregnant woman, okay? Moving on, man, I want to talk about drug addiction. And I think a lot of people don't want to admit this shit, but they be addicted to weed, right? We all know that person that be like, man, yeah, I can't eat until I smoke. I can't do this until I smoke. I can't do.
And I know a lot of y'all already shaking your heads. Yo, you can be addicted to weed, bruh. If you smoke weed every day, especially multiple times every day, you need that bitch to eat. You need it to sleep. You say it relaxes you, so you do it every day because you had a stressful day at work every day. You can't sit here and tell me that shit is not addictive. Like, you can't. Niggas be like, oh, I can quit at any time I want. No, you can't. No, you can't. I promise you can't.
Do that until I smoke. It's like, brother, you're addicted, and it's cool to admit that shit. And listen, it's nothing wrong with smoking. Do your thing. I feel like it does have its benefits, but once you get to that point of, like I stated, needing to smoke before you do anything, it's getting out of hand. And after a while, this tends to change into like you get too tolerant of the weed. So then you start going on to other drugs. You know, the pills. A lot of people they love talking about pills. Pills, in my opinion, is damn near like fucking heroin. You putting like, you know, what's the difference? It's just a trendy way of doing heroin. And I watched one of my favorite rappers like basically end up an addict and throw away his whole career because of drugs, man. Y'all know Famous Dex, he was cold as hell, but I literally watched him go down because this nigga.
Yeah, nah, I love Famous Dex, bro. Bro, if you know, bro. Famous Dex supposed to be up there. He's supposed to be up there with Cardi and them. He's supposed to be up there.
Was so addicted to drugs. So man, every day I appreciate that I've never wanted to do drugs like that. Like, I've always been sober. I understand that a lot of times people, you know, they do drugs to get an escape, but it's not good to escape all the time. Sometimes you need to face things head on. Feel that uncomfortability, feel that anxiety sometimes, feel that frustration.
Facts.
It's okay. You know what I'm saying? You're human. A lot of times people just want to mask it, so they hurry up and get high, they hurry up and drink, they hurry up and do that. And this stuff ends up deteriorating your health. Now, the final topic, man, and we gonna end it off with this topic. It's just the importance of health and how I feel like the black community, we don't do that to its fullest ability. I know a lot of us love the soul food, and there's nothing wrong with soul food, but I think it's the way we prepare a lot of these foods or eating it too often, right? The fried foods, the sweets, and you know, all the other stuff that's bad, really. What we gotta really.
See, he dead right, bro. I be telling people everything in moderation, bro, because I love my, you feel me, oxtail, peas and beans. I mean, rice and nigga, I love that shit, bro. You feel me? But when you start looking at the sodium content and this and that and blah blah blah, you start to realize that, like, damn, if I eat this every day, I probably will have like some type of heart disease in the future. That's why, like, a lot of y'all parents, I'm talking to black people, by the way, even like Mexican people and like shit, people that eat like very cultural foods all the time, dog. Like, why do y'all think y'all parents always have like high blood pressure and like fucking eye problems and this and that? Because they be eating that shit every day. It's good to have a balanced diet. Even sipping drink, bro. I'm not even really against doing drugs. You feel me? I'm not gonna sit here and tell people not to do some shit, but I will sit here and tell you to be safe if you do it though.
Realize that a lot of these foods that we eat are from slavery, right? It was because we was given the scraps and we had to turn that shit into something good. So it's like, I could understand us eating, you know, feces infested intestines back in the.
Oh, you talking about chitlings? I was like, what? Eating feces, boy? We is not doing that.
Day when we ain't had shit else, but in 2026, why are you still eating that, right? Once you know better, you gotta do better. And what I need a lot of my people to understand is that, man, the conditions of how our people used to eat back in the day are not the same now. Our ancestors used to be in that sun sweating. They used to be mixing these foods up with all type of herbs and shit. So you in 2026, you not sweating. You not outside. You not cooking your food this way. You're just, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to affect you completely different. Yeah, they made your grandma and shit, you maybe live to 100 eating like that, but that's not going to happen to you. So I think as a black community, man, we got to most definitely prioritize the way we eat, right? We deal with so many diseases that we can prevent, you know, diabetes, high blood pressure. Those two, we hear that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking normal. And then they just give you the pill. It's not really fixing shit. It's just treating your symptoms. Like, you're not changing your eating habits. You're not working out. So it's like, man, come on, bro. What are we doing? And, you know, I'm at the point of, like, when I'm talking about stuff on this channel, is focusing on things that we can control, right? We know white supremacy is real. We know that how anti-black this world is. We can't change that. These people gonna hate us or they gonna love us. It don't really matter. But things like our health is a big focal point that we, you know what I'm saying, we can lean into. Eating right not only just affects your physical, but it also affects your mental. A lot of times people have mental problems. Shit, they depressed because they vitamin D levels low. Go outside and get you some sun. You too anxious. You not getting enough magnesium. So it be so much stuff, man. And I swear, y'all, like a couple years ago, man, I was damn near on my guide to be like a herbalist. I consider myself an herbalist, like, but I don't have the certification. I know a lot about the different herbs and things like that, right? But like as I've been just looking into it, and you like see like, damn, this is why a lot of people feel like this is why they do like this is why they do like that. And I be like, man, we got to do better as a community because I go out. And a lot of us do look very unhealthy. And don't get me wrong, man, I do understand how hard it is to prioritize your health, especially if you got kids, especially if you got to go to work, you got to make ends meet. It is a very troublesome thing to incorporate into a routine. But check this out.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Nah, you could just meal prep. You feel me? That's what I be doing. And every time I see my homies like just fucking up, eating crazy shit, they be like, "Oh, I don't got time, so I just gotta." Gang, you could take 5 hours. You could take literally 2 hours out, just the beginning of the week or the end of the week, however you want to do it. And you could just meal prep for the entire week, store it in the fridge, and anytime you get hungry, boom. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse to not be healthy and eat like shit. There's no excuse.
If you get sick and gotta be in the hospital, that's gonna happen regardless. Your work gonna have to stop. Everything gonna have to stop. So why not find a way to tie it in? You know, prioritize that. So yeah, man, I just want to say, bro, all my black men, all my black women, let's start to prioritize our health. We only get.
Yeah, man, what he said, bro. We only get one life, man. Take care of that shit. Hey, man, y'all like and subscribe, man. Join the YouTube channel. Yeah, peace.